Hello, lovely witches. This is Dawn from Aurora Dawn. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I want to talk to you about something that I was inspired by watching Rochelle on Amethyst Ascension. Rochelle did a video on something that she was making, these little wooden plaques that have the symbol of the elements, and it's just a crystal grid, and she's going to put it up on the wall. It just looks beautiful. And she's mentioned something that triggered a memory for me, which was that each one of the elements has a vowel sound. And I remember I used to live in North Carolina, and my Reiki teacher, that's where I learned to do Reiki, she was, what she would do is have these Reiki open houses, and she had all these people together, and we intoned the vowel sounds. And we did that, and then did a prayer of intention, and then we went into another room and we did Reiki on each other. So I wanted to talk about that, and talk about what Rochelle was mentioning about the vowel sounds corresponding to each of the elements, which is it's sound, it's signature, it's frequency, it's a way of tuning in to that element. So I did some reading, and I found a book. Let me get the I got my notes here. But this is Sedona, Beyond the Vortex, The Ultimate Journey to Your Personal Place of Power by Richard Dannelley. Dannelley? D-A-N-N-E-L-L-E-Y. Dannelley, I think. Anyway, I'll put that information down below. So what I want to start out with is, what is a vowel? And this is very interesting. You know the difference between a vowel and a consonant? A vowel does not, your lips don't touch, your tongue doesn't touch anything. A, E, I, O, U. Right? Consonants, you always put your lips together, or your tongue touches something inside your mouth. So B, C, my tongue is on my teeth along the sides, and I blow the air in the middle, and I use my tongue to close off the opening to make the C sound. Very interesting. D, my tongue is touching the top of my roof. My tongue is touching the roof of my mouth. So that I found was very interesting. When experimenting with the vowel sounds, be aware of the fact that you are engaging in an ancient and profound transformational technique. Pretty damn cool. Okay. As a result of this, you will find that many mantric sounds rely on a combination of vowels. With these consonants, it is interesting to note that by doing nothing more than intoning the vowels, we can move quite a bit of energy through our bodies. This means that it is not necessary to recite phrases in Hebrew, Sanskrit, or Native American that we do not understand. Although there's something magical about chanting in another language, where it's kind of like sigils, where you forget the meaning of the sigil and you just looking at the form, the shape, whatever, that represents whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. So the same goes with chanting a mantra, where you don't understand the meaning of the mantra, of the words, that has something about communicating with our subconscious mind. And that's important, because the subconscious mind is very difficult. It can be very difficult to reach and to train and to reprogram. So anything we can do to enhance what we're trying to work on and manifest, a lot of times we have to motivate, change, transform something in our subconscious mind that is creating what we don't want. We want to change that, which is should be part of your spell, is to neutralize whatever that energy pattern is that can jump in the way and interfere with what you're trying to manifest. So this just very well could be a way of aligning your chakras, getting the energy to flow very evenly and beautifully through your body, so that when you cast your spell, you are using clean energy, or energy at a high vibration where it's clear. It's not being interfered with your subconscious thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I need to be submissive to be safe, so on and so forth, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So when the author was studying this, he found that there are many different systems, and oftentimes those systems of the vowels corresponding with the chakras were not in alignment with each other and not in alignment with the ancient writings. So the Tibetan, let's see, Tibetan, and there's another one. It was in disagreement with the ancient teachings. So what the conclusion the author came to was that it really depends on the person. You are an individual. You have a frequency. You have a vibration about yourself. It could come from our DNA, and the DNA does have a vibration that corresponds with the Schumann resonance, if you've heard of that before. It's the resonance of the earth. And there's some science behind that. It's very cool. But right now I want to talk about the doing the intonation and how it affects the body, because everything is energy, everything has a vibration, everything has a vibrational signature, and your signature is very different than somebody else's. Okay, so that's what I want to come to, is that when I read this, I went, hey, disagreements, I don't like that. I like things to be black and white. This is the way it is. And if you do it this way, you will get this. And this is not giving that to me. So whenever I see that, whenever I see conflict in information, like if you've read, and I'm sure you have, read various different books on witchcraft, and you'll see some of the correspondences will not agree. They'll seemingly contradict. That's when I go inside and I decide, in anything really, no matter what, if somebody tells me this is red means this, and this will do this, this red color will do this for you, I need to go inside. Does that agree with me and my system and how I work magic? And so that's what I did here. What do the vowels do for me? What vowel sound is my crown chakra? What vowel sound is my third eye? And so I went through each one, and I took the first thing that came to my mind. Because if you don't take the first thing that comes to your mind, then your ego gets in there. I don't think so. I think it might be more like this, over here, or over there. It's the great distractor. So it's important to take the first thing that comes to your mind. So that's what I did for me. And what I got was Ah. So Ah for the crown, A for the third eye, Eh for the throat, E for the heart, I for the solar plexus, O for the sacral, and U, or actually oo. Yeah, I think that's what came through, is oo for the solar plexus, the root. And that's what came through for me. Now, for you, take the first thing that comes to your mind. Ask the question, what vowel sounds correspond to which chakra, starting with the crown, and then let the first thing that comes to your mind, just take it and work with it and see what it feels like, okay? And intoning is very simple. You just hold out the vowel sound, A. So it's very simple. You just say the vowel sound. And when I was with my Reiki teacher, we would just go through A, E, I, O, U. So it was just, a period of time for us to intone those vowel sounds and get our energy vibrating together. I believe that's why she used it, is to get us all in a higher level and all in unison together. That helps a lot when you're working with a group. If you can get everybody in alignment energetically, then you can become more powerful in what you're trying to do together. All right, so that's helpful. And he also, the author noted, William Gray, Grey, one of the most noted Kabbalists of modern times, assigns the following qualities to the vowel sounds: A for earth, E for air, I for fire, O for water, and U for ether or spirit. And of course, earth is north, air is east, fire is south, water is west. Okay, so some of the other systems he shows here. One of them is E for the third eye, U for the throat, A for the heart, and O for the solar plexus. And that's it. And then another one, A for the third eye, I for the throat, A for the heart, O for the solar plexus, U for the sacral, and U for the root. And then another one, and they're just all different. And some of them repeat. So crown chakra is E, third eye is also E, and then E, A, O, U, and U repeats the U. So it's just very interesting to see the different systems. Okay, there is a genetic researcher named Fritz Popp of Kaiserslautern University in West Germany. I'm sure I butchered that. Has determined that DNA has a resonant frequency that has a direct relation to the 66th harmonic of the frequency of the Earth's rotation. Don't ask me what that means. This high frequency has to do with the scientifically recognized ability of DNA to communicate on the molecular level with light. In other words, when strands of DNA break apart during replication, they emit ultraviolet light, which encodes the DNA/RNA molecules in the nucleus. Another naturally occurring frequency we should be aware of is the Earth's wave or Schumann resonance. I mentioned that earlier, which occurs between 7 to 8 cycles per second. By dividing the speed of light, I'm not going to go into all of that, by the diameter, we arrive at a frequency of 7.49 cycles per second, which is close to the average frequency of the Earth wave, which is 7.8 cycles per second. This frequency is in the range of theta brainwaves, which are known to accompany exotic, altered states of consciousness, such as out-of-body experiences. This means that when we resonate with the Earth, we have the opportunity to transcend the limits of physical reality. Who doesn't want to do that? These natural electromagnetic waves in the atmosphere are a direct result of pulses of energy that are constantly being injected into the Earth's atmosphere by the average of 2,000 lightning strikes per minute that occur around the planet. So somewhere on this planet right now, there are lightning strikes all the time, somewhere on the planet. It's just mind-boggling. Okay, the electrons that cause these lightning strikes come to this planet from the sun via the solar wind. They have been captured by the Earth's magnetic field, which in turn releases them into the ionosphere. Ultimately, these electrons make their way into the clouds, which discharge them into the Earth in the form of lightning. This phenomenon should be considered an important element in our understanding of our planet's energy grid. All right, so enough science. The bottom line here, the kind of conclusion that I want to make is use sound. I know a lot of people use a bell or use a chime or something in their spell work. You can have the energy of your spell be released when you ring the chime. You can have, you can use your chime or bell to cleanse the area of energy, bad energy, toxic energy. I know that fairies, you know, can be very mischievous. They're not all, you know, Tinkerbell. They can be very mischievous and they can cause a lot of trouble, a lot of damage, a lot of health issues even. So to clear them out, use bells. That's a very good way. That sound, it clears the energy. All right, so you can do that. Music also is very an important part. Make sure that music is something that resonates with you, meaning it feels good. It pumps you up. It makes you feel in the zone. It really helps you to connect with your spell work or the magic that you're trying to create and use. I think that it's very important, and I would also include intoning the vowel sounds, and I'm definitely going to be doing this now. I meditate every morning, and so what I want to start incorporating is intoning. I can't believe I forgot all about this, that, you know, my Reiki teacher would have us do this, and how incredible it felt. Felt like I was walking on clouds. It's just, it's very uplifting. It can really change your vibration. And so I'm definitely going to incorporate that, and definitely in my spell work, I'm going to incorporate intoning these vowel sounds. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got a lot out of this. Please leave me comments down below. Let me know what you think. And I really appreciate those comments. So do something today that makes you feel good and brings you joy. I love you all. And until next time, blessed be.